So as you can see, we do still have a couple of mosquitoes on the tent, but it's not anywhere near as bad. And I did kind of lightly go over the mesh. Probably when we retreat, I'm going to just spray the crap out of the tent. And today, another day like yesterday. Nothing big that we know about. It should be clear. The goal is just to make it kind of as close to 40 miles as possible. Jen just did the math this morning as far as what we need to do to finish by day 74, which is when she would ideally be like exiting, flying out. And we have to do about 31 miles a day every day. And good news is we can't exceed that. We've shown that we can hit, 37, 40 miles a day, but we're going to have to do that for a while to catch up from the how behind we got with both Big Winnie and the headwaters. And then all it takes is one day of bad weather to knock us back. But we do what we do. Worst case, Blondie goes back to work. Hi, Blondie. And I just float down the river with peepers all on my lonesome.
No. You can't paddle the canoe by yourself. Also, I want to finish with you.
Taters finally let me have my treated pants back. So maybe I will be protected. So it was still pretty bad and I got bit, but I feel it was definitely a non-Minnesota level of mosquitoes. So the worst part of this campsite is actually just trying to get up here because the mud really low down, you sink way down into it and it's super slippery. And once you hit the water, you're gonna go down like waist deep. We managed to avoid dunking in so far. And we managed to successfully make it down the bank into the mud, despite Jen trying to launch without me and leaving me standing on the mud with all the heavy water. And now we're apparently going upstream. Good job, Jen. Onward, mush, mush. Anybody know where you can hire one of those like big guys with the drums that whips the like rowing slaves? See how she tries to ignore me? She's like, if I react, I'm not going to react. Oh, I'm reacting. Okay. Still smoky. Not as bad as yesterday morning. A bit breezy, which has helped with the mosquitoes off and on. As you can see, there are more houses and things around here. We did run into somebody this morning. All he wanted to know was how the mosquitoes were out here because he was in full gear and getting swarmed. But life is so much better in the middle of the water. The only problem is when Jen decides she needs to pee and then rams me straight into a giant thing of mud and mosquitoes without warning, and then I start crying.
There's warning.
So we started seeing a number of those signs and they seem to be consistently counting up. So what we're thinking is that may actually be river mile, because 238 miles from the headwaters, that is at least a defensible number. You might think it, whoa. I'm just gonna, so you might think it would be really easy to figure out what the river numbers are, and the DNR maps are good about showing the 10-mile mark. But it was actually a fair amount of work to figure out a consistent set of every mile river mile markers. We have a CalTopo that's loaded with those, and there was some work and some having to talk to a couple of different groups behind that. If you hear giggles from behind me, that's just the masked paddler back there. I'm not even talking about unloved children and you're still laughing. The entire boat actually vibrates when she's laughing. So it's actually been really nice out here in the middle, and then somebody, the masked stranger back there, had to go and pee, and once you get near the shore, that's when all the mosquitoes come after you. And the permethrin clothing is mostly keeping them back. But yeah, this is not the area you want to pull your pants down in, let me tell you. We're going full on AT signs here. Shelter to shelter. 2.5 hours, Jen. You better start paddling quick. Honestly, I would just be happy if they're mowing the grass. Just because of the ticks, which don't seem to be as bad, but we've also been avoiding any grass, so. That's interesting. We've been trying to figure out what the heck that might be. That was a tractor at first, but... Oh. Every now and then the water starts moving. There's been a couple of times we have to dodge around rocks. But, I mean, we barely hit anything today. I think I broke Taters again. Not sure what it was this time. I was just sitting here minding my own business. But every time she's giggling uncontrollably like that, the boat is shaking. Ooh, shaky cam. Breathe, Blondie. I can't do CPR, but I can flip the boat over. You try and help, and I wasn't even saying anything about children this time. Breathing, breathing. This is why we're not moving faster. Too much giggling, not enough paddling. We're now at 45 seconds of laughter here, and it was going on for a while before I started. Hey, she's gotten more serious, or she's just trying to like choke it out. Choke it out like a baby. Oh, you are mean.
It's 5:20. We've done about 30 miles of just really calm, pleasant paddling, and didn't really stop to take a single stretch break, just one pee break, I think. So we're finally taking a stretch and restroom break at the Berglund County Park, and then we'll probably do another 5 or so miles after that.
30-mile mark. I am dragging quite a bit. My right shoulder's bothering me a little bit, which is worrying. Always seems to be something, so we'll see. We just need to make about 30, 31 miles a day, so we might decide to call it a little earlier today.
Over the summer.
Okay, so we were around Willow Camp. We actually think per Google it's on the other side, but obviously people have camped here. And when Jen came up, she got all excited because this looks like, you know, actual camping with only a lot of mosquitoes. The unsettled weather is probably blowing them around at least.
We ended up doing 7 more miles since that park stop to the Willow River campsite. This is the Willow River right here, and it's a really nice site. We were hoping for another sandbar, but this might be even better. It is the first time we've had trees with actual open ground. That's the main Mississippi, by the way. With a nice open ground for camping and a picture perfect view. No, haven't seen any ticks. Mosquitoes are lighter. And we're settling in for the night. Home sweet home for the night.
I'm not even talking about unloved children and you're still laughing.